Welcome back. It's your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, on SABC3. Bob and Bella are joining us. Good morning, guys. How you doing? Huh? Little morning wake-up call. You feeling okay? Have you had your coffee? No? Okay. Anyway, we're talking sports, by the way, guys, so pay attention, pay attention. This weekend was the penultimate weekend of the schoolboy rugby season, and there were some great clashes, but none as big as, of course, the Battle of the Greys. Grey High School taking on Grey Bloemfontein, Grey College, and, of course, lots of action that went down there, but one of the players that really, I think, came off badly was Martin Groenewald, who plays lock forward for Grey High. He came off with a knee broken up in 2 places, and we fortunately have him on the line right now, and I'm trying to have a bit of a chat to him to find out how the young man's doing. Martin, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
Martin, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I think we're having a bit of trouble with sound because I can't hear you too well at the moment. We'll be working on fixing that technical difficulty, but we hope that you are doing well with your injury. We'll catch up with you in a moment, but in the meantime, we're going to check out the action from all of the rugby fixtures over the past weekend. Take a look.
We're about to head into August, the last month of our schoolboy rugby season. It's been an epic term and last weekend was no different. Here are some of the results from the biggest matches from all over the nation. In the Western Cape, both Paarl Boys High and Gim registered victories against Boland Landbou and Rondebosch respectively, ahead of the only match that matters to the people of Paarl, namely this weekend's edition of Interskole. In the Eastern Cape, Queen's College won a memorable game against Selborne College with a score of 14-13, while St Andrews thumped Dale College 48-13. Outeniqua continued their stellar form when they defeated Framesby 52-16. And die Brandwag sent Oudtshoorn home with the tails between their legs, courtesy of a 51-3 lesson in rugby. Elsewhere in the country, Grey College claimed the bragging rights for 2013 when they defeated Grey High School 50-21. And Pretoria Boys High made Gauteng proud when they won their encounter with Maritzburg College 16-30, the final score in that one. Now, in the match of the weekend, it was a sunny day out in Durban as the Witbulle Affies were in town to take on the formidable green machine Glenwood High School. With 2 of the more physical sides in the country going head-to-head, it was a tough call as to who would take it.
Affies gaan wen, want hulle is die beste span. Hulle het hierdie jaar nog nie 'n wedstryd verloor nie. Continuity tel. Goeie spelers. Ek dink, jy weet, ons François, ons hakker, SA skole, ons center wat by SA skole is, hulle speel pyk rugby as 'n span op die oomblik, so ek glo hulle gaan wen.
I really think Glenwood's got a good chance to beat them, yeah. They got a good team. I've seen them play a couple of times and I really hope Glenwood can pull it through.
With the favourites identified, it was time for action. The home fans were in high spirits after 2 penalty conversions from Corné Vermaak and a try by Rupert Kay saw the men in green amass an 11-3 lead. But that was all the joy they would be allowed to have as Affies began to assert their dominance in the encounter. 2 tries within 2 minutes from Affies winger Tian Schmulian and fullback Edwin Keiter began what would be an unanswered 29-point scoring session as Affies closed out the half 32-11 in the lead. The Pretoria Giants started the second half in the same fashion. Affies scored 3 successive tries in the first, third and 8th minute following the restart of proceedings to take the match away from Glenwood and leave the hundreds of home supporters silently stunned by what could only be described as a Witblitz. Glenwood eventually managed a consolation try towards the end of proceedings in Durban, but it would be too little too late as Affies continued to prove themselves a formidable force.
Ek sien van die begin af was 'n harde game geweest, daar in die begin die manne bietjie gerattel geweest, maar soos jy kan sien Afrikaans is 'n ongelooflike span. Ongelooflike span wat saam kan speel en soos jy kan sien dinge het net vir ons gewerk. So dis 'n span saamgekom en is 'n ongelooflike voorreg geweest om saam die ouens te speel. Ons is op die stadium onoorwonne. So elke liewe wedstryd volgende week soos laas jaar, so elke liewe wedstryd op hierdie stadium is groot. Dit kan die eerste span wees van Affies se geskiedenis wat hom onoorwonne maak. So dis 'n grootte. It's a great game geweest.
Glenwood's Wandi Mazibuko reflected on the game.
We had it the first few minutes, but then I'm sure like we didn't stick to our structure. You know, the little niggles in the team, the yellow card definitely set us off, and then we were off the game afterwards. Definitely our own mistakes. We can't. Affies is a good team, and they capitalized on our mistakes. So this is a big loss for the boys. We're going to go back to the drawing board this week. Definitely we're going to fix it against college when we play them this weekend.
This coming weekend is the big one, the rugby match that divides the town of Paarl as well as families in 2. All eyes turn to Interskole to see which of the juggernauts of the game are the best between the 2 in 2013. We'll see you on Friday morning as we preview the battle royale that will descend on Paarl this coming Saturday. Expresso Youth Sport, brought to you by Deep Heat. Warms pain away.
Well, they might call it schoolboy rugby, but there's definitely nothing boyish about it. It's all-out, hard-hitting action. And a man who knows all about that is Martin Groenewald, who plays for Grey High, and they had an epic clash against Grey College this past weekend. And we've got him on the line right now to find out how the young man is doing, who plays lock forward for the school from PE. Martin, finally, I think I can hear you. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, and you?
Fantastic, man. Oh, I'm glad to hear you say you're doing well, because after breaking your leg in 2 places, I would think that things aren't going too well. So has the treatment so far been good? I heard you had a successful surgery.
Yeah, no, everything's been quite well. I had an operation, and yeah, it was successful. And I'm in a lot of pain things, so I'm not really feeling too much pain at the moment. And the people in the hospital have been treating me quite well as well.
Yeah, we were checking out some of the footage of what happened during that injury. Just take us through what you remember in that Titanic clash. I mean, what happened? There you are on the floor. We see footage, and oh my goodness, we can actually see your leg bent almost perpendicular to your knee, and some of your teammates have got hands on their heads over their eyes. What happened?
Yeah, I can't remember everything. Like, I can remember, like, in flashbacks, everything that happened. I can remember me, like, going down the tackle and then looking backwards, and I just see my leg lying there perpendicular, and then my coach comes on the field, and the physio and everyone, and they're like, yeah, it's fine, it's going to be all right. And I can remember the doctor coming and straightening my leg, and then going to the hospital, they're putting me on a drip and stuff like that. I can only, like, remember everything like a flashback. Can't remember anything like clearly.
Yeah, but obviously it's been a tough season. I mean, and something like that really just goes to show how hardcore schoolboy rugby is, right? It's tough competition.
Yeah, no, it's tough competition. You know, we played big matches this year. We played the Affies and Paarl Gim, all the big guys. So yeah, it's been a really tough year, and the rugby's always physical. So I never suspected something this might happen, but yeah, now you know it can happen, and after just it just changes your mind, man. Like, it just makes you think it can happen to anyone.
Yeah. So tell me about that. How does that change your mind? Because obviously at this level you might have planned out your rugby career going forward. You know, what have the doctors told you? How long will it take for you to be back on the field, and how does it affect your rugby career?
Yeah, they told me it's 6 weeks, then I'll be able to walk again, and then 4 months, then I'll be able to run again. So it doesn't really affect my rugby plans that much. I will be able to play next year again, and I'll just through this off season I'll just have to gym a lot and like make my legs strong with rehab and things like that. So it doesn't really change my my future plans, but yeah, it does affect your mind a little bit. I think I'll just have to get over that mental block, and then I'll be all right.
Yeah, and obviously a big focus right now on your academics.
Yeah, I've got a lot of time now for academics. It's actually it's like a blessing in disguise. Like, I can focus on academics. I don't have to be at the rugby practice anymore. I can try to focus more on academics.
Yeah, well, I hope you're getting a lot of attention, and everyone's giving you some nice TLC so you can recover as quickly as possible, Martin.
Thank you. I would just like to thank everyone for that. I've really been blessed in that regard. Like, everyone just wishes me well and stuff like that. I'd just like to thank everyone for that.
Fantastic, man. And great game, man. It's always great to see Grey High taking on Grey College, and speedy recovery. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. We're talking to Martin Groenewald there, the lock forward of Grey High, who sustained a very serious injury this past weekend, the big clash against the boys from Bloemfontein, but hopefully he'll have a very speedy recovery. Well, speaking of people that, at the moment at least, can move nimbly on their feet, Ilana is talking to our CAFTA Dance Theatre performers. Ilana, over to you.